Welcome to Joshua Tree National Park. We're at Keys View, ready to watch the sunrise. Joshua Tree has one of the best scenic lookouts we've found. You can see the sunrise or sunset from this location, and you can overlook the city below. It's beautiful. And there's canyons, you can see the mountains. I didn't expect it, and it's a great surprise. Well, they weren't lying. I think I'll go find another restroom somewhere else.
When we were driving to the racetrack playa in Death Valley, we saw these cactus, this like shaggy cactus looking things. And we're like, oh, that's interesting. We've never seen anything like that. Coming to Joshua Tree, we realized that those were all Joshua trees. They were just very, very small, young trees. The trees are a home to pretty much every living thing around here. Birds that live in the top, other animals that live in the bottom, insects and pollinators. These are the only plants that they have to thrive and survive off of. But that's why this park is here, is to protect these trees. These trees are everything to this environment. You've got a dry desert with not a whole lot else besides these trees and some ground shrubs. We read about everything we could do here, and there are some hikes. There's no real viewpoints though, or mountains or anything like that to hike to that we found. We could be missing something, I'm sure. We did find one blog that I think was most accurate, and that said to take a map and a backpack and just walk. I didn't see a whole lot of signs saying no off-trail hiking or anything like that, so I think this is one of the few parks that you can just wander and go wherever you want and see as much as you can see or whatever you want to do. I didn't see anything for backcountry permits or anything like that. It's always a good idea to let somebody know where you are and where you're going and what your plans are. I think that's unique about this park though. Not very many parks let you just go, just enjoy the wide open spaces that it provides. And Joshua Tree does, so that's really cool. We're not gonna do really much of any of that. It's about 95 degrees. And since there's nothing more really to see with the camera by walking any further into this, I think we're going to stick to the car today. But I can totally see how this would be just a great experience to go out and venture into the nothingness and really find that solitude out here. I do know that the twilight hours, sunrise and sunset, and then also the night sky, the stars, are some of the best here in Joshua Tree, and we saw a little bit of that last night.
I sound like an ungrateful brat when I say this, but I'm not always excited to visit every single national park. Joshua Tree wasn't very high on my list because as far as I knew, it was just a park full of trees and it's in the middle of a desert. I was so wrong. Yes, there's a lot of trees here, obviously, but it's still really beautiful and unique. And I do enjoy how when my expectations are so low, I'm almost always pleasantly surprised. And that's what Joshua Tree has done for me.
pit stop at the BLM land that we stayed at last night so that we could shower. Definitely needed to shower. It's a 6-hour drive to our next national park, Grand Canyon. We're gonna make a pit stop in Vegas along the way so that we can work for the weekend. I'm really excited to go to the Grand Canyon. It's just one of those places where it's super popular for good reason.
It is still 106 degrees out, but we found something really cool and unexpected and we had to stop and check it out.
This is classic Route 66. This whole route dried up when the interstate started. Now there is literally nothing. It said no services for 100 miles. That sign says Joshua Tree, 49 miles that way.
To understand, we did try and persuade Dumbledore. Yeah, I know, said Harry grudgingly. He cast around for a topic to change the subject from Dumbledore. The very thought of him made Harry's insides burn with anger again.